Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, and we doing Larry Bird, who's really the GOAT in NBA Legends. Now, this joint is about like 49 minutes long, which I saw at the bottom of the screen, so I'm probably most likely going to do a part 1 and a part 2. I don't think I should do a part 3. I should be able to do a part 1 and part 2. So yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that. But yeah, let's get into it, man. We in another one of these videos. I think it's free PC gamer or something like that, but I'll see. But yeah, let's get right into the video, man. Appreciate all love and support. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. And now I'll keep it short and sweet, man. So let's get right into it. Definitely appreciate y'all, but we right into this. Let's get it. Larry Bird, who's really the GOAT. NBA Legends. It's Larry Bird is the GOAT. Let's get it. Okay, Face PC Game. And shout out to Face PC Game. I thought it was free. I don't know. But let's get it.
Larry Joe Bird.
There have been players who were great at one aspect of the game. There have also been some, although far fewer in number, who were outstanding multi-dimensional players. But Larry Bird is one of only a handful of NBA...
Oh yeah, should I do his retirement? I should do his retirement documentary, right? Retirement video when he retired. I think I should do that soon. I kind of wanted to save that. So I know when I really started getting into my reaction channels and doing the reactions, I kind of want to do more stuff, and then kind of, now I'm not saying that's the last thing, but I want to kind of wait for that really down the road. But I guess maybe it don't matter. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think I should do that. But let's get it.
NBA stars who excelled in every facet of the game.
You're the best all-around player that ever played.
I've always had to develop different aspects of the game to be able to get my shot off.
Larry Bird, oh man, he had a killer instinct. He came for the jugular vein every time he played against you. Wasn't no nights off with him.
You know, you caused me a lot of sleepless nights.
Once he experienced the taste of excelling under pressure, Bird never looked back. 3 straight times in the mid-'80s, he was voted the league's most valuable player. The initial one coming in 1984, when the Celtics faced Magic Johnson's LA Lakers in the first of their epic playoff battles in the 80s.
Bird was a bad somebody.
There would never be, never, ever be another Larry Bird. He is the only guy that I fear that can beat me.
He had a quality that went beyond his skills. He was a winner. He was a champion.
He was the best I'd ever, he's the best I ever played with, against, or anything I've ever seen. People talk about Michael Jordan now and stuff. Michael Jordan can do a ton of stuff, but I don't think anybody was as good in the last few seconds as Larry was.
Goes cross court to Bird. Bird throws it up. It's gone! A three-pointer! Larry Bird hit a three-pointer with 4 seconds to go, and they lead by 1.
I give up. I surrender.
Jordan was 0-6 against Bird in the playoffs.
Right.
That's all I know.
So you're sticking to your guns?
That's all I know.
I think he was motivated by pride.
He had the ability to lift his game to an even higher level just when his team needed it the most. And that's what defines greatness in any athlete. Not just the ability to pile up numbers, but the ability to come through in the clutch and under pressure.
Bird up fakes. Bird takes the shot. It's gone! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! It is gone!
A lot of players in this league that can score the first 3 quarters of the game, but you get down to the 4th quarter when you need a basket, you can separate the men from the boys. It's been like that, and it's always going to be like that. You're always going to have the guys that come up with the attitude that they can make the last shot or make the big play. I don't know what makes a player do that, just their competitive nature and their will to win. And if it comes down to one shot, I want to be the guy to take it.
It's going to go to Bird. He's got a shot. Get it, gone! It is gone. It's a 3-point field goal. And that's it. It's all over.
You were the most feared player. I feared you more than anybody else because this man would find a way to win that damn game.
Gets it on the sideline, goes baseline, throws it up, and Larry Bird did it again! He did it again! Oh my goodness! He did it again!
Larry Bird couldn't jump this high. He couldn't run at his peak faster than I can walk today. But Larry Bird, he just outthought everybody.
What a move by Larry.
Remember when Bird stole the ball against the Pistons?
Imagine for a young kid growing up in Detroit, grew up rooting against Larry Bird every chance I could get. I remember the day. Bird steals the ball underneath the DJ. I shed a tear that day.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird.
Like the great John Havlicek before him, Bird, too, saved his most memorable clutch moment for defense. In Larry's case, it was the 5th game of the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals against the Detroit Pistons, when the Celtics found themselves in need of a miracle.
Detroit's ball out of bounds with 5 seconds to go, and I tell you, Isaiah Thomas made a play he'll remember the rest of his life.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird. Bird stole the inbounding pass. Laid it up to DJ. DJ laid it up and in. And Boston has a 1-point lead with 1 second left. Oh my, this place is going crazy.
Detroit gets the ball, and I was sort of sitting on the floor waiting for Detroit to call a timeout. But I got back up, and I seen that there wasn't going to be no timeout, and when Isaiah lofted the ball to Lambert, I cut all the way over from Dumars in front of him and just barely got my fingertips on it. And caught DJ cutting out the corner of my eye. He laid it in.
That Larry Bird was the truth. Ain't no question about that.
And I always remember thinking like, boy, you know, this white guy really can play, can't he?
Yo, does anybody know what video that was? Or that was just like a clip, but I guess they just had him outside playing. Like, what clip is that? If y'all can find that video, man, let me know. Maybe I'm trying to look it up and see if I can find it. I wonder what that clip was.
Born and raised in the USA?
No.
No.
There's
Thank
only
you.
one Larry Bird.
Michael Jordan is as stylish as they come. Irvin Johnson's style is sometimes pure magic. And Charles Barkley's is flash and brute force. They will write their styles into basketball history. If you were writing a book about basketball, the people you just saw would merit a chapter or two. But ask any basketball expert, and they'll tell you that if you're rewriting the story of basketball...
I think I definitely did, I don't know what this was. I think it was a Larry Bird documentary or something like that. One of the videos I did, but check that out, y'all. Yeah, I definitely remember this scene, so check it out.
The author, Larry Bird.
To fully appreciate what Larry Bird accomplished in his career, you have to first fully understand what he overcame in his life. French Lick, Indiana. Population 2,087 cannot be touched by interstate. Only country backroads can bring you into the second poorest region in the state, an area where the average income is just over $9,000.
One night we was sitting there, and LSU came on. Pete Maravich was playing, and I was just amazed at what he was doing with the basketball. And he ended up getting 44 that game, and after the game, my dad said, I tell you what, son, you keep practicing. He said, maybe one of these days I'll coach you and let you shoot it every time you touch it. So I always got a big kick out of that.
Larry credits his first coach, Jim Jones, with instilling in him the fundamentals and work ethic that would symbolize his great career.
1973-74, Larry Bird's senior year in high school, state's leading scorer, state's leading rebounder, leading his team to the championship game in the regional.
Now we come to the subject of, this is bird country. Oh, this is bird watching country, but this is a rare bird. There's a meteor called Haley's Comet. It appears once every 76 years. And that's what they call him down here, Halley's Comet. He has unbelievable ability, and welcome to Larry's world.
Larry's quest for basketball perfection was developed at an early age, almost out of necessity. During his long practice hours, he wondered, why go home when there's nothing to come home to? He grew from a scrawny 6'1" sophomore to a gangly 6'3" junior to a 6'7" star who would average 30 points and 17 rebounds his senior season. When Larry graduated from Springs Valley, he did what any good Hoosier basketball player wants to do, play for Bob Knight at Indiana. But at age 17, Larry Bird had never been more than 50 miles away from home for longer than a weekend at a time. His stay in Bloomington lasted just 24 days. Saying he felt lost and out of place, the local hero was headed back home.
I don't think that I was either quite smart enough or quite understanding enough of Bird's situation when he was here. He was from a small town down in southern Indiana, French Lick, and had some tough things in his life growing up, and came here, and I kind of approached it when he left toward the end of September. Well, you know, I wouldn't have chased May or Buckner or Abernathy, and I'm not going to chase Larry Bird either. Well, probably at that point in his life, Larry needed somebody to chase him a little bit and to show a little bit more compassion for his situation than I did at that time.
I get back to campus and I see Scott May and my brother, Lauren, who happened to go to Indiana University. And I asked my brother, I said, well, where's this kid named Bird? And my brother says, yesterday I saw him out on this road, and it's called 37. I saw him on 37 with his luggage. I think he went home.
Did you feel like a failure when you were hitchhiking home?
No, I was glad to get out of there. The only thing I was worried about was when I got home how my family would react. And I can remember my mom was mad at me for 3 or 4 months after that. The first month we didn't even speak. And I can understand that, but I made the decision to leave, and I was going to stick by it. I had everybody talking to me, trying to get me to go back, but I couldn't.
Larry Bird put Indiana State on the basketball map.
I had some friends who I kept in contact with while I was still back here at Indiana State, and they never saw Indiana State or Larry Bird on TV. So because of the numbers that he would produce, they assumed that Larry Bird was a black player. And I thought, you know, never thought of that, but they just thought that, you know, a guy can do that kind of thing as far as score and rebound and dish out the assist. You know, must be a black athlete.
2 years later, basketball's secret weapon was no longer a secret to the rest of America. The Sycamores, who were unranked in the preseason polls Larry's senior season, breezed through the regular season unblemished. ISU tacked on a couple of more wins during the NCAA tournament, including a 2-point victory over DePaul in the semifinals.
Bird. Oh. Great pass. Oh, and that dunk. Bird gets it. Oh! There you go, Larry Bird coming in. Bird. Over Watkins. Here's what you're talking about, Al. He pushes him back in with a good ball fake. Solid fundamentally. Holds the ball above his head. Great release. Excellent rotation on the ball. The guy's incredible. He gets super balance on his jump shot. In this game, Larry Bird inside, and Bird controlling the game offensively. Daly is just staying in place. Set play coming off the low double post. Mark McGuire fell asleep on that. He should have picked up Larry Bird. Bird. Oh, what a shot. Does he ever miss? There he is, and there it is. Larry Bird ties it at 26. Oh, great assist. You're right. Larry Bird. Bird tips it in. He's everywhere. Bird. Oh, what a touch. Oh, danced it on the rim and dropped it in. We're even at 38. Bird has 20 points. Well, back to Bird. Great pass. Oh, what a play. Unbelievable 83%. Watkins too late getting there. There's the beautiful soft touch inside. That was a basket right before this one. Larry Bird hits him with a block, but Bird is there again. Larry Bird with 31. What a pass. What a pass. They hit those three. Oh, what a catch.
Larry Bird, man, you know, Larry Bird's another guy that I have a lot of respect and admiration for. Watched him develop as a collegiate player. I remember him his junior year at Indiana State, had a great year, kind of first burst on the basketball scene. Then his senior year, they were at 33-0 at one point, winning every single game. He's a guy I'd watch play collegiately on TV and just knew that he was going to be a great NBA basketball player. A lot of people had some doubts about him, white guy, slow, whatever, but you watch his flair, how he passed the basketball, how he shot the basketball. He moved on the floor at 6'9", 225 pounds. The way he moved was just a thing of beauty.
Even though I knew I was probably going to shoot it, and if I did, I was probably going to make it, it would draw the defense to me, and it would open the court wide open.
Tip off Larry Bird. No good. Indiana State won it. Larry Bird off the backboard. Bird from the corner. We just passed too many times. There's Bird. Now takes a shot. Oh, my.
There's one in your face. Here's where you catch Larry Bird. Watch him put the ball in the face there, fake it in the face, then now watch him shoot it. Unbelievable. You know how far away that is? That's in left field.
Oh, look at that pass into Bird.
3 blocks is like 2 miles in New York. There's only 1,800 people live there.
They win their 26th in a row. Larry Bird from way outside. Indiana State has scored in front. Oh, here's a long one again. Next driving, forces the shot. Bird comes up with it, puts it up, and it is good.
Here he comes in isolation on Larry Bird. Here it is. Now watch this dying swan hook shot. Doesn't jump too high, 4 or 5 inches. Keeps his eye on the rim.
Pass off. Staley from the side, no good. Guess who's there? There's Bird by himself. Look out.
I think UCLA and Notre Dame have raised the white flag.
Look at that. There's another play coming up. 41 points. Well, he's got 41 points already. He's putting on quite a display. We ask him if his question. Nix shooting high. Bird is there. He's got the ball. He's got the shot. He's got the basket. He's within 1 point of his all-time.
As a sophomore, the last, 15 games I averaged over 40. But I had to, because if we was going to win, I was going to have to carry the scoring load. I remember my first game, we probably had 5,000 or 6,000 people there. Then 3 games later, you couldn't get a ticket.
If there's no Larry Bird, they're mid-pack to lower in the Missouri Valley Conference. And instead, they're the first or second best team in college basketball. It's as simple as that. He meant everything to them.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna end it right here. I'm gonna definitely jump to part 2. Maybe it might be part 3, I'm not sure. But I'm now kind of ended a little early because I gotta take care of something, just to be honest with y'all. But yeah, definitely gonna have this part 2 and part 3 going. But yeah, man, definitely look out for that part 2, or maybe not part 3. I don't know. We're gonna see how this all plays out. But I gotta take care of something important. So I know I usually go a little longer with these like this, but I gotta take care of something. But definitely appreciate all the support. I'm out of this joint, man. I love y'all. Peace.